Hi, my name is Katie. I am a textile artist. I also have a Substack where I write about the creative process that is called Styletongue. Matches the name of this channel if you'd like to find it. Today I'm going to be reading one of my previous Substack posts. I originally posted this March 7th in 2024. I just want to bring this back and open up a conversation for this on YouTube. Okay, here we go. I don't usually have a direction when I start. Sometimes I feel like leaning into my version of chaos, building out a log cabin with neons and birdhouse printed fabric. Some days I need the sturdy comfort of 9-patch. Over the last year or so, I've been finding the most comfort in a new block. You may remember versions of it from previous newsletters, The Wrong Side and Riding the Creative Wave. Honestly, I like it because it's easy. Each block is composed of a small center square, 4 bars, and 4 larger squares. When I first made this block in June 2023, it was part of a challenge to make a quilt top in under an hour. The time restraint was intended to help us avoid overthinking and just make. I used the snip and rip method to cut my pieces quickly and created the 4 blocks here. The smaller squares and bars would typically be used as sashing to frame a quilt block. In this case, I was not putting anything between them to frame and was using them as the center pieces of the block itself. I've used this block design in almost every quilt I've made since. While I originally made this block impulsively with no intentional inspiration, I'm certain I'm not the first person to make this kind of block, and have since been trying to find a name for it. In my head, I've been calling it a cross block, but it has been reading as too religious for me personally. They're also technically a 9-patch variation, but just a bit elongated and enlarged. Someone mentioned railroad crossing, which you can see here. It is so similar, but not quite the same because they've been turned on their points. This quilt was made by Roberta Jemison. There's also a cross quilt by Ella Mae Irby and cross in block, a 16-block variation by Hannah Wilcox. Both very similar, cross and block being almost the exact same, just with improv style sashing in between. Close to many, but not the exact same. I have decided to give my block a new name that honors the ones made before. I've decided to call it Crossing Block, and you can expect to see a few finished quilts with it very soon. Please note, you may refer to these blocks however you choose. This crossing block name is primarily for my use when talking about my work and is not meant to name every block that looks like this as crossing block. Since I've posted this, I have made a few more quilts with the crossing block. One of them being a wedding quilt for my friends. I had written this by the time I'd finished that. And the next quilt I'm making will be using this block as well. So please stay tuned for that. Using a more structured block like this really allows me to quit overthinking and just have fun with the colors and textures and play a bit more, which is what I need as a maker. Thank you so much for watching this. If you like my work, please subscribe. I would love to see you back here again. I'm just getting started here, so if you know anyone who also sews or quilts or likes to make art, please share my videos with others. And I also am on Instagram and Substack and TikTok, and I have a website, and they'll all be linked in my profile if you'd like to find them. Thank you for being here.